There are moments when you decide to do something that sounds so absurd, so over the top, that it crosses the line between logic and passion. For me, that moment was standing in my room, surrounded by Lego boxes, cables, and chaos, and deciding I was going to rebuild Paris. No plane ticket, no passport, no French accent. Just me, my desk, and 10,000 pieces. Because why visit the Eiffel Tower when you can spend 14 straight hours bringing it to life right in your bed? The first thing that hits you about the Lego Eiffel Tower isn't its size, it's the ambition. You open the box and it's like you've signed up to be an architect, an engineer, and a little bit of mad scientist. Every bag feels like a new challenge, and once you start, there's no turning back. The base alone is a full project. It's huge, it's heavy, and honestly, it's terrifyingly fragile. The iconic arches look strong, but when you actually build them, you realize they're barely hanging on. The entire lower structure, the foundation of France, is basically held together by a handful of upside down studs and sheer willpower. You look at it and think, there's no way this is stable, and yet somehow it stands. Then you add those bendy tubes, those curved track pieces that give the tower its elegant swoop. And suddenly, you're wrestling with physics. They pull and twist, trying to unbuild what you just built, and you find yourself negotiating with plastic pieces. But the crazy part is, once you finally step back, it's all worth it. The base, those delicate arches, the symmetry, the precision, it's art. It's an architectural poetry made from ABS plastic. And then the real grind begins, the middle section. This is where repetition becomes your new best friend and your worst enemy. You're building the same structure 4 times, each leg nearly identical, but just different enough to trip you up if you're not paying attention. It's a rhythm you build. You flip, you align, and you repeat. It's hypnotic. And even though it's repetitive, it's oddly peaceful once you settle in. For me, it wasn't even the tower that broke my patience. It was the trees at the base. Those tiny, infiltrating one-by-one studs that you have to stick on twisty branches that refuse to stay still. I dropped so many that the floor basically became a Lego minefield. But once they were done, I looked at the base of the tower, the green against the gray steel, and it just clicked. The detail was beautiful. It's like one of those builds where the small frustrations melt away the moment you see the big picture. As you climb higher, the experience changes. You start to feel it. The tower doesn't just begin to grow taller, it gets bolder, wobblier, and honestly, more nerve-wracking. The higher you go, the less structure there is to keep everything locked together. You reach the upper section and suddenly you're looking at pieces that are held together by the tiniest connections. The top is literally clicked on, like one clip per side. That's it. There's a point where you're building and you realize this could all fall down if I sneeze too hard. But that's all part of the magic. When you finish and see the top swaying ever so slightly, it's almost poetic, because the real Eiffel Tower does the exact same thing. It bends in the wind. It flexes with the air. Lego somehow captured that essence in miniature form. It's fragile, sure, but it's real. It's alive. And then finally you get that moment. You place the last piece, step back, and realize you've done it. You've rebuilt Paris, right here, between your desk and your closet, stands one of the most iconic landmarks in the world. 5 feet tall, 10,000 pieces strong. On camera, it looks amazing, but in person, it's next level. There's a presence to it, a kind of quiet power that makes you stop and just stare. Every curve, every shadow, it's a masterclass in design. It's more than a Lego set. It's a statement piece. It's a centerpiece. It's something that demands attention. And it completely transforms your space. My room isn't just a bedroom anymore. It's a skyline. The tower stands there like a moment in my patience. A reminder of what persistence can build. It's so tall it barely fits under the ceiling. In my studio. But It's so striking that when I walk in, it feels like I'm stepping into a piece of history. And sure, it's a little intimidating at night when you forget it's there and catch a 5-foot shadow in the corner, but that's the price you pay for greatness. It's part sculpture, part roommate, and all pride. But what really hits me about this build is the lesson hidden inside it. It's not just about building something cool, it's about the process. Every time a piece didn't fit, every time a section felt impossible, every time I questioned why I was still building at midnight, it all led to something bigger. This tower taught me patience. It taught me that repetition isn't boring when you realize you're creating something amazing, piece by piece. It taught me that even when something feels fragile or frustrating, the end result can still stand strong. There is something deeply satisfying about turning chaos into structure, about watching a pile of random parts evolve into something with shape, identity, and meaning. It's the same energy that built the real Eiffel Tower: creativity, precision, and the belief that designing can defy gravity. I think that's what makes LEGO so special. It's not just a toy, it's a storytelling medium. Every build is a narrative. You start with nothing, and through patience and imagination, you create something that didn't exist before. The LEGO Eiffel Tower is the ultimate example of that. It's difficult, it's repetitive, it's fragile, but it's also breathtaking. And when it's done, you don't feel tired, you feel proud. You look at it and think, yeah, I built that. 10,000 pieces of concentration, frustration, and pride stacked into a symbol of perseverance. It's like standing next to a monument of your own focus. If you ask me where it ranks, I'd probably say my second favorite LEGO set of all time. The LEGO Technic Leaper LR13000 is still number one. That crane is just unmatched beast. But this tower sits right below it. It's elegant, where the crane is powerful. It's graceful, where the crane is mechanical. It's a reminder that LEGO isn't just for building machines or models. It's for building moments. So yeah, I rebuilt Paris in my bedroom. No passport, no plane ticket, no sightseeing. Just bricks, patience, and a dream that got a little out of hand. And honestly, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything. Because sometimes you don't have to travel the world to see amazing things. Sometimes you just have to build it yourself. This tower, this ridiculously wobbly, magnificent tower, it's not just plastic. It's perseverance made visible. It's proof that patience can turn into beauty, and that dedication can stack into something unforgettable. So when I walk into my room and see it standing there, I don't just see a LEGO set. I see a city I rebuilt with my own hands. I see Paris right here in my bedroom. And in a weird way, it feels like mine. My skyline, my monument. My little piece of the world built one brick at a time.